Let's bring in Richard Painter. Richard is a former ethics lawyer at the White House. He served 2005 to 2007 in the administration of George W. Bush. Richard, thanks for your time today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, your reaction to what this means here.
Well, this ruling only pertained to the legitimacy of Ms. Halligan's appointment to this position. She had no business being appointed the United States Attorney for the Northern District of Virginia. She had not been confirmed by the Senate. She has never served in the Justice Department as a prosecutor. She was a White House lawyer. She was previously Donald Trump's personal attorney. She could not be appointed to this position pursuant to federal statutes. The president needs to appoint someone who is already Senate confirmed to another position to the acting United States attorney position, or someone from within the Justice Department who is a senior official in the Justice Department, an experienced prosecutor. That did not happen here. So that's what the court ruled on. The court didn't go into the other issue, which is malicious prosecution, that this case, both these cases were filed. It really is revenge prosecutions because these were political enemies of President Trump. And on those grounds also, the cases could have been dismissed. But the court focused on the legitimacy of Ms. Halligan's appointment. It was an invalid appointment, so therefore the indictment was not valid and the cases were dismissed.
Right, so the dismissal, just to be clear, is not based on the merits of those individual cases against James Comey or Letitia James. This is simply about Lindsay Halligan's appointment to that role.
Exactly right.
All right, so what does that mean in terms of the ability for the Trump administration to try and appeal this, Richard, as best as you could understand it? What are the options for the Department of Justice now?
Well, the Department of Justice could seek to appeal this ruling and argue that somehow this is a lawful appointment of an acting United States attorney who has never prosecuted cases for the Justice Department before, who has no experience, and that somehow the statute where Congress restricts who can be appointed to that position is unconstitutional. But remember, the Constitution requires that the Senate confirm the holders of senior executive branch positions, and this includes the United States attorneys. The Trump administration could try to find a United States attorney who is eligible for the job, who's willing to bring this indictment. But Lindsay Halligan's predecessor, the United States attorney there in the District of Virginia, refused to do that because it was such a weak case against James Comey, and the case against Attorney General James is similarly weak. And career United States attorneys just simply weren't willing to bring these cases. And that's why Lindsay Halligan was appointed, simply in order to bring these cases. And that's the arrangement that the court has rejected.
Does this speak to the inexperience and or sloppiness on the part of Lindsay Halligan? Because I know, Mr. Painter, there have been issues raised in the past of certain appointees within the Trump administration that some of these people don't seem anyway to know what they're doing.
Well, I don't think in the area of prosecution is not, an area that she does not have experience in. She was a White House lawyer. She represented Donald Trump in his personal capacity and other matters, but I don't think she has anywhere near the type of experience that you would want for a federal prosecutor, which is exactly why the statute is designed the way it is, for filling vacancy in the U.S. Attorney's Office. This vacancy should have been filled with an experienced prosecutor. But the problem that Donald Trump had is that experienced prosecutors were not willing to charge James Comey or Attorney General James.
One last question, and I just want to get your read on this kind of bizarre sidebar story where the grand jury that was, presented with the case against James Comey apparently was not shown, the full case. And again, that is something that should have been done and that Lindsay Halligan did not do, Mr. Painter. What does that say?
Well, that's pretty basic. If you're going to get a grand jury indictment, you need to present all the evidence to the grand jury, and the grand jury needs to know what they're indicting somebody for. And if the grand jury doesn't know that, and their procedures are deficient in the grand jury room, then on those grounds alone, a case could be dismissed. And this is exactly why we need experienced prosecutors in the Department of Justice who are bringing criminal cases, rather than just appointing any old lawyer to do it.
Does this seem kind of embarrassing?
Oh, this is embarrassing, but I don't think that embarrassment is going to stop Donald Trump.
Richard Painter, former White House ethics lawyer, served under then President George W. Bush. Great to see you, Mr. Painter. As always, thanks for taking time for us in Canada.
Well, thank you for having me on the show.